This episode will be fast, so you better buckle some seatbelts and pull out your wallets, because we are going on a journey of finding cheap-ish supercars. You know that a supercar is rather a loose term describing a fast, exotic sports car. They obviously tend to be fast, very expensive, and not very reliable. Since supercars tend to be 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 of whatever new denomination currency you are currently operating with. We'll try to explore the cars that are, let's say, below 50k euro or dollars. These are still kind of expensive, but they are relatively cheaper to what supercars usually go for. And if you remotely like my videos, please do subscribe. It helps me make more content like this for you. Kicking off with a German contester, Mercedes SL55 AMG. You can get one starting from 15,000 bucks. With 493 horsepower, it was an excellent luxury sports car, but it was transformed into a thoroughbred supercar by putting it through Mercedes' original tuning company, the AMG. It is powered by a fantastic supercharged 5.4 V8 engine, producing a whopping 493 horsepower and 701 Newton meters of torque. However, this car had a limiter to 155 miles per hour, but with some hacking it was reported to go over 200 miles per hour, which is over 320 kilometers per hour. Next thing on the list is a British car, and Jeremy Clarkson will pronounce the name better than I would ever do.
And no one will mind, because you have a Jack.
And the car on the list is Jaguar F-Type R. You can find one starting at 30,000 upwards, and I like it because it has this old British design vibe to the car. And arguably, the F-Type is one of the best sports cars that Jaguar has produced since its predecessor from the 70s. The F-Type R followed the familiar performance recipe from Jaguar, combining an amazing 5.0 supercharged V8, producing 550 horsepower with a comfortable ride and a well-tailored interior. However, personally, I'm not a fan of the rear end of the car. I prefer the front in this case. Next here on the list is a two-seater roadster, a sports car, Lotus Elise, with its roadster body produced from 1995. It replaced the Lotus Elan in the lineup. The concept of creating a new lightweight sports car emerged in the early 90s. After issues related to transformations in the Lotus company, the model finally went into production in 1995. Its name comes from the granddaughter of Romano Artioli, the head of Lotus at the time. So there was a first gen and a second gen. And the second generation of Elise was produced in the year 2000 in collaboration with Opel. So because of that, Elise 2 shares many parts with Opel Speedster. Now, the Elise, the second gen, will set you back around 30,000. Maybe I wouldn't classify it as a supercar, but it's super lightweight and drives just beautifully. Looks gorgeous. To me, it's a supercar, nevertheless. Next on the list is the Ferrari Mondial. In this car, Ferrari placed a centrally mounted 3-liter V8 engine with only 214 horsepower, but it is an older car, so it's quite understandable. The engine was coupled with a 5-speed manual gearbox. Although it wasn't maybe the fastest Ferrari model, but it was the most versatile. With 35,000 in your pocket, you can get yourself quite underestimated Ferrari model, which is very analog and shouldn't be as problematic. And if you look at it, kind of looks like a baby Testarossa. And you get a Ferrari with a Ferrari sound. In 1982, the Quattro Valvole was introduced, featuring a 4-valve per-cylinder engine that increased the power output to 240 horsepower. Although the Mondial did not gain as much recognition as maybe the other models, I think it now should be appreciated for its kind of combination of luxury, performance and practicality. And the last car on the list, it's hard not to put on here, because everybody knows it. It is maybe a little bit more over at 50,000, but yeah, forgive me, please. And I'm talking about Nissan GTR. It is a spiritual successor to older R34 Godzilla, you know, Skyline, and the R35 GTR is an incredible alternative to a Porsche 911. For this amount of money you get a legendary 3.8 V6 twin turbocharged engine that in its weakest option was just under 500 horsepower. And with launch control it was incredible, and on top of that it sounds mesmerizing. And if this is not enough, it can handle way more power than it already does. People drag this thing, drift it. So I'm saying, if you want to get dirty, you can tune it to the moon. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, please subscribe. I'll make more stuff like this for you. Thanks!